Hey, what's going on guys? This is Broku, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball video. In this video today, I wanted to discuss something that I haven't seen really any people talk about, and maybe something that has slipped through the cracks of other Dragon Ball YouTubers. But if I did miss out on someone who actually has talked about this already, please do comment down below and tell me who they are so I can check out their take on it as well. But anyways, I have a theory that Universe 7's heavyweights, both Goku and Vegeta, have and will be fighting this tournament at a disadvantage compared to the other fighters. Now you may be questioning me on this, what is the disadvantage? Tell me, or no Broku, you're lying, but anyways, here it is guys. In episode 96 of Dragon Ball Super, when Android 17 points out that some of the fighters are actually flying, Whis states that the winged creatures are allowed to fly, but Whis also states that each warrior will have the same gravity as their birth planet. Now at first glance of this episode, it is likely that you may have missed this or misinterpreted it, but this actually means that Goku and Vegeta will not be fighting in Earth's regular gravity. Instead, they'll be fighting at something equal or more than 10 times Earth's gravity, planet Vegeta. That is because both Goku and Vegeta were born on planet Vegeta. Vegeta actually spent a good portion of his childhood on the planet as well. So there, that's your disadvantage. But what does this really mean for Goku and Vegeta? Is 10 times gravity really going to put them at a huge disadvantage to the other fighters? And the answer is no. It isn't a huge difference, but it's still a disadvantage, and in a tournament of power with fighters such as Jiren, Toppo, and others, any disadvantage could then actually be taken advantage of and used against them. And we do know that this means it is planet Vegeta's gravity and not Earth's, because when Whis made this statement, Goku looks down at his hands and seems to notice the gravity change after it being pointed out to him, meaning that it is so small that Goku didn't even notice it at first glance. And when we talk about gravity training, Goku at a 90,000 power level has seemingly mastered training in 100 Gs on his weighted Namek, and Vegeta had mastered training in over 300 Gs, and both have spent many time in the time chamber, which also has a 10 times gravity, and also King Kai's planet has a 10 times gravity as well, which Goku has spent a lot of time there. Even in Dragon Ball Super, Goku trained with Whis in the gravity chamber, and Vegeta trained at 150 Gs in his base form while dodging dozens of laser beams. This was before he'd even gotten God Ki and trained with Whis, and he might have even been suppressed at this point. Also, Goku and Vegeta had to wear the anti-gravity weight training suits when on Beerus' planet, and that was probably far more weight than any kind of gravity training they had partaken in. So with that being said, how much of a difference does the 10 times gravity make for Goku and Vegeta? In all honesty, it'd be a very small difference most likely. It might not even really be a difference at all, but it's just so tiny. But still, that means that Goku and Vegeta will not only be a tiny bit slower, they will tire and lose stamina slightly faster than normal as well, even if it's just very subtle. It can be very critical in a close fight. Like if Ultra Instinct Goku gets a rematch against Jiren, if Goku just barely loses, it could actually be the increased gravity to blame. To put this into more of a human context, a real world context, imagine if you race somebody in a 60-meter dash, and it ended in a tie. Now go back in time and do the very same race, but this time put on a t-shirt that weighs an additional ½ pound or 8 ounces or some article of clothing that does this. Even though this would be a very subtle and light amount of weight, it could cause you to barely lose the race and also have burned slightly more calories during the run, making you more tired. Now this isn't a perfect example, as 10 Gs is probably going to have even less of an effect if you compare the examples of what a ½ pound would do on a human, but no matter, this is still something that could cost them in the future of the Tournament of Power. This makes me wonder about the other fighters on Universe 7. Frieza is the only other person who was born on another planet, as technically Piccolo was born on Earth. Maybe Frieza's planet had incredibly low gravity, and in turn this makes him much faster than we've ever seen him before, but there's really nothing to point to that. I'm just kind of making stuff up, like not making stuff up, but kind of just expressing what could possibly happen, because honestly, who really knows? There could be so many fighters on many different teams in the tournament affected both good and bad by this rule. Like they could be born on a planet that has 300 times gravity and then went to a planet with 1/3 gravity, and so essentially they're fighting at 900 times gravity than normal. That could be a huge disadvantage, but it can go vice versa. So like I said before, this is in no way a huge disadvantage, but it is still something that could come back and bite them in the butt. Anyways guys, I hope you did like this video, and if you did, please don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and also guys, if you want to turn on notifications, that would be much appreciated, and go down to my description below, join my Discord, and follow me on Twitter. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. But thanks to my Patreon supporters, Daraj Payton, the awesome guy who only supports Broku on Patreon, and Zach Otaku, and thanks to my Super Saiyan 2s, Israel Flores, Mystic Ghoul, Darius, Badass Thug, Griffin Jacob, Dutch Gamer Monkey, Sin Overlord, and Connor Trigg. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It really does mean a lot, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.